There's a group of people throughout the whole entire Old Testament that really had a hard time understanding godly worship, and they got it wrong a lot. And God wasn't a big fan of their worship many times. And this people group was called Israel. They were the Israelites. They were the people of God. They struggled with worship. They struggled worshiping God rightly. I mean, look at what God says about their worship in Amos chapter 5. He says, I hate. Now God doesn't say I hate very often. In fact, a lot of people don't even think God hates anything. Well, here he says, I hate, I despise your feasts. I take no delight in your solemn assemblies. Even though you offer me burnt offerings and grain offerings, I will not accept them. And the peace offerings of your fattened animals, I will not look upon them. Take away from me the noise of your songs. To the melody of your harps, I will not listen. Now hold up a minute. Aren't they worshiping? Isn't that what they say they are doing? They are worshiping God. They're singing songs. They're offering up sacrifices. They're playing their harps. They're gathering together in worship. And they are doing this thinking that they're worshiping God. And God says, I hate that. Take it away from me. I'm not even going to listen to that anymore. Why would God say this about their worship? It is because their worship did not flow from a heart that had a right view of God. It did not flow from a reverence for God, for a love for God, from a heart that had affection and adoration for God. It had become a checkbox for Israel. So you can see how crucial it is that we get this right. We do not want God to be saying, stop doing that. I hate it. I despise it. I'm not going to listen to your songs anymore. I'm not going to listen to your drum solos anymore. I'm a drummer. And I don't want to hear all of the music and the noise anymore. We don't want God to say that of us and our worship. So we must worship rightly. Now, what is that? You cannot have an authentic biblical worship experience without it stemming from an inner affection, without a love and a right view of God. So it's absolutely important that we get that first, because that's what Christ is saying in Matthew 15. Hey, they're honoring me with their lips. They're doing half of the worship, but it's not even real worship because it's not coming from a heart that loves me, that reveres me, that chases me, that yearns for me. It is completely external.